What's up, party people? Hope you guys are doing well. Sorry, I just got home. It's time. It's time for live song reviews. Hope you guys are doing well on Sunday, September 10th. It looks like it's 6:40, so I'm fashionably late, I guess. Tonight, I'm going to be going through your songs. So I'm going to be giving you feedback on song structure, arrangement, recording, production, mixing, mastering, anything else, performance, anything that's going to help you guys make better records. That's what I'm here for. So if you don't mind, if you get something out of the show, please share the show. That's all I ask for. You can support the channel by dropping a super chat, is what they call it, I think, on YouTube, which is basically like, you know, throwing a tip my way. You know, it's like tipping your bartender sort of vibe. So if you want to tip your bartender, I'm all for it. If not, it's all good. Let's see who's in the house. Who we got? We got Jim. What's up, Jim? Good to see you, bro. Hey, having a donut. Nice. It's a little late for a donut, isn't it? What's up, Philippe? It's good to see y'all. Let me know if you're in the spot on the live. Scott's in the house. I got this cute little copper cup. Sipping some reposado. It's pretty good. Hey, it's nice to see you, bro. Nice to see all y'all. So it is Sunday. We're going to get right into it. I'm going to be reviewing the songs that I got uploaded here, okay? So if you don't make it tonight, then I'm sorry. I really am. But also, if you're part of the roundtable, if you're part of the channel, you could skip the line. Just let me know what your song is, okay? All right, let's start it off, though, from the top. Who uploaded first? I always want to, like, make sure I hit the first song, whoever uploaded first. So we got Good News, Mix 3 by Michael Engelhart. I think that's how you say it. Let's lock in.
Good news. Yeah, good news. Tell me about good news. Yeah, good news. The good news. Good news. Yeah, good news. Tell me about good news. Yeah, good news. The good news. Digging for the gold in my own little corner, my own little corner of the world. Steady as she goes, my own little corner, my own little corner of the world.
All right, so I really like this vibe in the middle here. Stay in the corner. That shit's tight as hell. That's actually my favorite part. I think everything else, like the good news, I don't know. I feel like I've heard enough of that. I almost feel like that's the whole song, but the record to me that sounds good and like makes me feel good and has like the vibe to it is right here in the middle.
Digging for the gold in my own little corner, my own little corner of the world.
Like, that's the vibe of the record right there. The good news stuff, I'm not really feeling that. I think it's too generic sounding. It's like super generic, like good news. Like, I almost thought we were going to go into like, you know, I don't know. Just felt like a commercial jingle or something.
Good news. Yeah, good news.
It also feels really over-processed. I'd say overall, you're just like way overdoing the compression and maybe just lighten up on the attack. Like, don't attack so fast on the compression. When the drums come in, they're getting choked out. The low end's getting choked out pretty heavy. So it just sounds like really like, but it doesn't have like the, you know, it doesn't have the fullness and the body and the sub.
Good news. Yeah, good news.
Yeah, so super filtered, sounds kind of weird, sounds like over-processed. Too much EQing, too much compression. And look, it's not like too much. I'm just saying too much because it's easier for me to give you that feedback than like, here's exactly how you should set your compressor and all that shit. So overall, it's just over processed. Like, let things breathe a little bit more. Don't sweep out so much on the EQ. The vocal, like, you're sweeping everything out of it. It just sounds really, really thin, you know? The drums are like super compressed, like where you're choking everything. You're choking all the low end. So the kick drum is like losing all of that, like 40 hertz, 50 hertz, 60 hertz, all that stuff you want in that sound and that disco kick, 4 on the floor type vibe. So those are the notes I got for this one. It's 1 minute and 35 seconds long. It doesn't feel like it's finished. It feels like you're relying too much on this good news part, which I don't really think is that hooky. I don't think it's catchy enough to be like the hook. I also, like I said before, I just really like the way that you're performing this part in the middle with the kind of, you know, like that shit's tight as hell. So I would like stick with that. I think that's sick. All right, let's get into the next one. Story. What do we got? Story by A1 Sauce. And I'm trying to be helpful on this live, y'all. So I hope you guys really enjoy the feedback. I'm not trying to dog anyone's music. Just trying to give you my honest opinion as I'm listening in the studio, and you know, as I'm experiencing the music. That's just what I'm telling you, what I'm feeling right now, okay?
Sauce. It's a long story. Too much for explaining. Regardless what you told me, I promise I'm gonna make it. It's a long story.
Even if I gotta hustle all of that dough.
Too much for explaining.
Even if the po-po bust through the door.
Regardless what you told me,
I was moving LB, started with the O.
I promise I'm gonna make it.
Big dog doing big things.
Look, yeah, this my fucking story. I'd be damned if I don't tell it. Made a hustle at the struggle, damn if I don't make it. Had to make peace with my old memories, but he keeps telling me that my father didn't make it.
I don't need no sorrows, so Instagram follows. You live by the gun, you gon' die by them hollows.
That's a hard pill to swallow. You live on today, Lord knows it ain't promised tomorrow. Yeah, that's why I keep my head on a swivel.
All right, so I'll be real. Like right away, how I'm feeling is just over usage of cliches, like super cliche writing, all the way through. Like nothing new about this, you know what I mean? And that's why I think hip hop and trap is suffering really bad right now. Like, it's just there's nothing new, you know. So I would try to like rethink, like, you know, how you're saying things. Like, you could tell the same story, you know, selling drugs, guns, you know, all this stuff that's like very typical in hip hop. And look, I'm not dogging any of that stuff. I've worked on plenty of rap records, plenty of hip hop and trap records, but like, I just don't feel like what you're saying in this, like, that you've actually done it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't feel like this is I don't know, the best word for it, I guess, would be like authentic. You know, it doesn't feel authentic to me. Maybe a mix would help this, but overall, just the writing and like what you're saying in the writing has been said in every rap song since the beginning of history. And I want to hear it said in a different way. Tell me your story, like, in more detail, if that makes sense. Like, go into a specific thing that happened to you. Like, I went from OZs to now I'm selling pounds. Like, that's so typical in rap music, you know, talking about ounces to pounds and, you know, didn't think I'm going to make it, you know, Lord knows I'm going to see another day. Like, shit, man, I could feed this to Chat GPT and it would spit out like maybe way better lyrics than this. You know what I mean? So we got to be careful with these cliches in all music. I'm not just picking on rap music, in all music. I hear Nashville shit that comes out. Every other line is whiskey, whiskey. You're like, okay, I get it. Like, y'all don't have any other lyrics besides I was sipping on whiskey or drinking whiskey or whiskey on the rocks. It's a whiskey day, whiskey in boots. Like, you know, we're tired of the cliches. I think a lot of people are tired of the cliches. So try to steer away from those cliches in your music, no matter what genre you're making. Yeah, that's like what I hear throughout this whole thing. The intro is so long, man. Like, this is not epic. It doesn't sound epic. The mix isn't epic. Your performance isn't epic, so it doesn't feel epic. It just feels kind of like, you know,
Sauce. Long story.
You know what I mean? Like, the performances just aren't there. But, you know, that's not to say that you won't make something great. You know, you just got to keep going, man. Just make, like, a bunch of records and keep practicing and keep getting feedback. And hopefully you get feedback from someone like me who will tell you, like, straight up what they think. And not be like, good job, man. You're dope. This is dope. Because, like, your friends and people you're around might say, like, yo, this is dope, man. But when you put this out, they're not going to be listening to it. They're not going to add it to their playlist. They're not going to shout you out on Instagram. Sorry. So anyway, that's my feedback on that one. Just, you know, keep going at it, keep working at it, and I don't know, try to get other people involved. Maybe find a producer to work with. Get someone to mix and master it, just so you can hear the differences and like what I'm actually talking about, because you may not even hear it. You may be like, yo, I think that sounds dope as fuck. All right, what you need? New Mix 448. What do we got? By Culture. I think it's Culture. Let's check it out. Yeah, well put. You gotta find his sound. And that's part of finding your sound, is just like making enough songs, right? Working with the right people. Just really trying to like develop yourself as an artist and tell your own story. We don't care about drug selling and all that shit anymore. Nobody cares. Actually, I'd say like, you know, there's a drug like epidemic going on in this world right now, and in America is like, you know, fentanyl and methamphetamines and all this shit is like killing a lot of people and fucking a lot of people up. So I don't really think it's cool to be, you know, preaching about selling all these drugs and shit. I don't think that's cool at all. You know, my little brother has a drug addiction right now, so I don't think it's cool to like be like, yeah, I'm selling drugs. Like, cool, you're adding to the shitty part of the world. Like, I think that's kind of a dated idea. Like, pay attention to what's going on in the world. I think that's important as writers, as artists, as producers, as people that make art and culture. We have to be careful with, you know, what we're putting out there. So put out something that matters, you know? All right, I digress. All right, so this one has a little bit better performance, I'd say, overall. I like the vocal is like, you have a cool sound to your vocal, but again, it's like super over processed. Like, I don't know why you filtered it so much. That's not a cool vibe. It doesn't sound cool. You sound like this tiny, right? And it's like all high end. So if I was looking at the vocal, it's like you bypassed all the way up to 500 hertz or something. And I don't think that makes the vocal sound, it it doesn't sound important, you know what I mean, when you take the mids out or when you take the body out of the vocal. So if you want the vocal to be more important, you want to have body and mid-range in it, right? Which is anywhere from 100 hertz all the way up, right? You got to have that fullness in the vocal for someone to take you seriously. And I think this just feels kind of just a little too like filtered and too processed, right? And I don't know why you did that. It may be because you wanted it that way, or maybe it's because you couldn't get the vocal to sit in the mix with the synths and with the kick and everything. But it just sounds like an amateur move to me. Like, to me, it doesn't sound like a record. It doesn't sound like a competitive Billboard record. It sounds like a demo that you'd put on SoundCloud. That's what I think that artistic choice makes it feel like. Makes it feel demo-y, right? Makes it feel like, oh, I did this on my own. I mixed it, I recorded, I did everything myself. But I didn't really know what I was doing. And I was just playing around with plugins, or, you know, someone gave me a preset and I just left it that way, right? So that's how that feels. Second thing I'd say is, like, I'd like to hear more difference and variation in the arrangement. So I want to know when we hit that hook. And I think it's like right here, but, you know, put like a stop or a drop, or like pause everything, put, you know, drop everything out. Like give us something to show us like definitive moments and sections in the arrangement.
I'm the type that likes to romance. Might just visit a bitch up. She see me that day, shout it what you made. Like door mama, yeah. I got what you.
So I think that's the chorus. I got what you need, ba-da-da-da-day. But it's like the beat just keeps going. Everything keeps going. It feels like a loop. Just arrange it a little bit, you know? Like chop the beat and like stop it. Yeah. Phew. I got what you need. Bum, 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 bum. Like give us some specific points. Also, when you hit the chorus, maybe stack up the vocals, double them, do something different. It feels lazy. And I know, like, here's the problem. Like, your rapping style and your pitch rapping, and you're kind of singing and rapping at the same time. It's da 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 da. It's like a laid back vibe. If everything's laid back, it's kind of like, oh, I want to go to bed. This is boring, right? So don't make it boring. Those are the notes I got for that one. Hopefully that helps. Let's go to the next one. Ma Zaga Zaga, clean final, AJ the DJ. Let's lock in.
Oi, oi. Chuchuchuda kwenye map. Yeah, it's AJ Ganjani.
Yanga na mazaga zaga, tuna bang oi oi na tutaki drama. Mchezo umepanic, yani washa. Mchezo umepanic, yani washa.
Anga zangu poa, kamedelina sina loya. Kushkuji kibao kakuna mchaga naitwa nyoka toksili. Usikie ile baridi ya bomba, yes mikono juu. Ile design kauna pora, you know it's long time coming. Hata uliza DM yako, my spirit is strong. Ndo maana sipagawi na ngano. Fichwa sanii kama tampon, muhuni kutoka Lagos. Yes I no trouble, connected na mawayo. Put your game up angalau, fananishwe na Tesla. Na issue kaina do, walai mina sepa. Na usijite gangsta wakati, unaogopa jela. Na slogan ile ile, hatupendi mamwera. Environment ime change, you know, it's all about logic. Shifting generation, extraterrestrial na COVID. Na kalifinya dish yako, walai I'm not sorry. I'm from that city ambayo tunadeal tunaponi. Full mwamba, full nanga na mazaga zaga. Tuna bang oi oi na tutaki drama. Mkesi umepanic, mjani washa. Mkesi umepanic, mjani washa. Full mwamba, full nanga na mazaga zaga. Tuna bang oi oi na tutaki drama. Mkesi umepanic, mjani washa. Mkesi umepanic, mjani washa.
Yeah. The dad.
You know, that little lead synth line is so goofy to me. Yeah, I like it, man. I think it's got some like cool vibes to it. It almost has like this Rastafari like reggae vibe to it, with like hip hop, with like EDM. Like it's all kind of blended together, pretty cool. Yeah, it's got some vibes to it. It's rough around the edges, you know what I mean? Like it needs polish. This sound and this idea needs polish. Like the drums, for example. The drums are so boring. Like, I don't know where you found that snare drum, but it sucks.
Mchaga naitwa nyoka toksili. Usikie ile baridi ya bomba, yes mikono juu. Ile design kauna pora, you know it's long time.
It just feels lazy, right? maybe mess around with the beat, like make it a little bit more dance hall or something, like bum ba do da do ka do do, you know, just like maybe a little bit more bounce to the beat. The drums feel just like a little too like, you know, just stiff, especially for like what you're rapping, singing. Like it's cool. It has a vibe to it. I really like this high harmony part here, like that you got in the background. This is really cool.
Oi oi na tutaki drama mpanic mjani washa full mwamba full nanga na mazaga zaga tuna bang oi oi na tutaki drama mkesu mwamba full nanga na mazaga zaga tuna bang oi oi.
Like that's super like Rasta to me, you know, like you know, that shit's tight. Big thing you got to control is the sub stuff. So you got these sub hits and you can see it actually in the file, right? You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all these peaks right here. These are just completely destroying everything. Like you'll lose vocals, you'll lose everything. That's gonna hit the limiter, it's gonna hit your compressors harder. You have to control those sub frequencies and those sub hits. They're too loud, and they need to be like shaved off. They need to be either limited or soft clipped or something to just have them a little bit more under control, because they sound crazy and they start to distort everything. They just kind of take over the mix.
Yes, mikono juu ile design kauna pora, you know it's long time coming. Hata uliza dem yako, my spirit is strong, ndo maana sipagawi na ngano ficho wasanii kama
And it's not the wong, wong. It's the low sub stuff that you're probably not hearing right, you know, maybe just your setup, what you're listening back on, but that needs to be under control. That will be me recorded and mixed SoundCloud mastered demo level. Nice. All right, so that's what I got for that one. Hopefully that's helpful. On my mind, Motherland. Let's tap in.
Gotta make it right. Oh yeah, gotta do it right. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a hard pass on this one. No offense. All right, goodbye, Foboya. Let's check it out. So it's not really like a song. It feels like a little jingle or something, or like a piece of a song. But it's really vibey. It's got some cool shit in here. I really like this part. The beginning is kind of confusing. I'm like, is this an intro? Like, where are we at in the song? So overall, like, this song lacks arrangement. Right? It's like, here's some ideas, and we just kind of threw these together, and there's a snippet. It's 1 minute long. There's 2 ideas here. So if I was like picking which idea is better, I like the end part, like the bop, 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 ba-da, bop. The bass line's really cool. I think that's really dope. But yeah, I mean, I can't really give too much feedback on this because it's not really a full song. It's kind of like an idea. It's a portion of a song, or like someone cut out some part of a song. But overall, it sounds pretty cool. It sounds like a cool idea. Singer sounds kind of vibey and airy, and I like that. Bass player's dope. The drums are programmed nicely. I'd say if it was me, I would bring the drums up a little bit. You know, I would just have that kick drum hitting a little bit harder. Or I'd go a little more organic on the drums, right? So it felt more like a live drum kit and less like programming and samples. But yeah, it sounds good, man. Like, I don't know. That's the feedback I got on this one. Like I said, it's like a snippet of a song. Cool Coal Yard, Collusion, Kevin Duffy. Let's tap in.
They lay agents all around. He was lean. He was young and he was lean. He was barely 17 when he came to work for me at the coal yard. He worked hard every day for less than was the pay, for that was Thatcher's way at the coal yard. On a cold, wet winter's night, their dum-dum bullets rife, they came and stole his life away. Their cause was Queen and Crown, so they...
All right, so this song sounds like a great like songwriting demo to me. Okay, like this is what I would send to a producer, because like it's not a record, it's not produced, you know, it's not a song. Like if you put this up somewhere, I think people would be like, what happened? Like why is what's wrong with my Spotify? You know what I mean? It's just not, it's not competitive. The guitar, first of all, here I'll give you just some like feedback to help you make this more competitive. The guitar sounds like so thin and weird. It's like you DI'd an acoustic guitar and it just doesn't sound good. It sounds like you can't even tell what notes are being played, which means there's like no fundamental to the note. The fundamental to the note meaning if you play an A chord and you don't have like the middle 440 or, you know, 880 or whatever in there, we don't even know what note it is. So it just sounds like stringy nonsense, which is really hard to tell what's going on.
Their cause was Queen and stole his life away. Their cause...
Right? And then the recording level is so low. Bring the recording level up a little bit, right? Like this is so low, there's no way. I'd have to jack up my monitors and my speaker, my volume's so loud. It's just not at a competitive level. So mixing and mastering, you know, like you need help with that. I would re-record the guitar also, like mic it up, like get a good recording of the guitar. Vocals, like you sound good. You have like a really good voice and everything. Hold on. Sorry, wifey was coming in, sneaking a kiss on me. All right, so this vocal sounds really good. Like you sound like you can sing. The recording on it does not sound good. So it's a matter of like really like dialing in the recording, the mixing, the mastering, the production. Like production meaning what's coming in next. Like a producer would be like, yo, I'm bored. Like I don't want to hear just this acoustic guitar in the sky singing. I want to hear something else come in. Maybe it's, you know, like a hit or like a big feeling, like a stomp or something. Like give us some drama. Give us some reason to keep listening. I don't feel like it has that.
Nobody saw them for the sun was down.
Right, and then the drums and everything come in right here, but still such a low level. Like it's hard to tell what's going on unless I just jacked up the volume. So I don't know, like I would just really like to hear this mixed and mastered and produced instead of it feeling like a demo-y, like home recording. I just don't feel like this will do anything for you, you know? And I hate to say that. I think like most people that send songs anywhere, right? They put them on SoundCloud or they put them up on Spotify or whatever. They're doing themselves a disservice. because they're not investing in records. They're not putting out records. They're not putting out songs. Like, think about this. If you were in 1998, okay, and you went to a CD store, Tower Records or Blockbuster Music, I don't know, whatever CD store or record shop you would go to growing up, maybe in the 2000s, 2001, 2002, you wouldn't even get distribution to be able to put this CD or this song on the shelves. So think about that. Like, if you went to a record shop and you got this song and you played it, or you like checked it out on the headphones, you know, you're like, oh, scan the barcode, and you wanted to have a demo of it, listen to it, like, people would be like, what the hell is this doing here? You know, this doesn't belong on the shelves. That's kind of the problem with modern music, is that we've opened up this platform, like, everyone can release anything they want, no matter what. I can burp for 14 seconds and release it on Spotify. Here's a burp track. You know what I mean? And that's not how we make a legacy. That's not how we make music that's going to last a lifetime or be of any use to anybody. So, you know, you got to really think about investing in making records. And you either learn the craft and you learn how to do all that, which could take you a long time, or you work with people that already know how to do that and have spent their lifetime learning that. You know, I was just in the studio with a good friend of mine. His name's Stephen Hawks. Amazing music producer and mixing engineer and mastering engineer. And he's got this beautiful studio up in NoHo. And he's got all this analog gear and an SSL console. And it's just like, you know, we're chatting and we're talking about nerdy stuff like conversions, like, you know, that converter versus that clock, and how the external clock with that converter works better with that external clock. And we're talking about all these things that like took us a lifetime to learn, right? And we're just sitting there talking about this like really nerdy audio engineering stuff, and making records and making quality records, timeless records, things that are actual assets to the world, that like go out and you go, wow, I'm glad I built this thing. That's not an easy task. It's not something that I take lightly in my life. I have a lot of gear and a lot of knowledge. Like, I have a lot of knowledge and gear, but that took me like 20 years to get all that together, you know? So I don't know. If you're obsessed with songwriting, be obsessed with songwriting. And then find producers and engineers that are obsessed with producing and engineering and arranging, you know? Like, I don't arrange my own string sections, you know what I mean? I go to a string arranger or an orchestrator and I'm like, hey, here's my string idea. Can you make this sound like it's like orchestrated for a string section? Right? And they're like, oh yeah, I got you, you know? And they take it and they move the violins and the violas and the cellos and they do their thing that they're obsessed with. So that's what I encourage you guys to do, is like, either take this really seriously or think of it as like, yeah, I'm just like learning this and having fun with it. And that's okay if you're learning and having fun with it, but why do you want my feedback? Like, I'm going to tell you all the nitty gritty of production and engineering and the things that it needs that I'm not hearing in the record. So hopefully that all makes sense. Let's move to the next one. Talk About It by Graham.
Nobody's home. It's hitting you hard, through to the bone. You've been a little reckless. Something ain't right.
So I just want to stop and give a note real quick on this one, because I feel like I have a note and I don't want to forget it. Everything sounds like it's in its own world, and then the vocals come on and the vocals sound like they're on a different planet. Like, they're different reverb, different texture, different like EQ overall. They just don't sound part of the track. They sound completely different than the track. And this stuff at the beginning is not helping you. It sounds like a mistake, or like someone didn't turn you up enough or something, you know? So it just feels really detached.
You said you need me out just one more night.
You know, that is kind of dope. Like, I really like this melody here. Like, if I'm going to point out something that I like, something that I think is the strongest of the night so far, it's this melody when you're coming in here.
Feel it in the shapes, I can hear it in the sound. I'll be here when the rain falls, but let's not talk about it. Said you're gonna try, but you're barely there. Something ain't.
So I would repeat that. That's something that I feel is really hooky. So you're gonna try. Let's not talk about it. Da 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 da. But you're barely here. Da 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 da. Try. Let's not talk about it. Like that. You should repeat that. That's super dope. Another thing is like you're actually stepping on that part, that catchy part. So you're going, ah, but then it's going like, so you're gonna try. That's the part that's catchy, is like the da 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 da. Like that's vibey to me.
Let's not talk about it. Said you're gonna try, but you're barely there. Something ain't.
So yeah, that's the money right there. But yeah, overall, you need mixing, you need mastering, you need help, like straight up. Like you need vocal production. You know what I'm saying? You know who this reminds me of actually is my my friend Riva, and here I'll show you. Riva DeVito. Yeah, so friend of mine, she has songs like that. Like I think like that really make me think of that stuff. So I actually recorded this one.
Right now, tie down. Oh, get up, you're the time. You're not the bed now. Last week I saw you in the district.
Right, so check out Riva DeVito. She's dope. I think that's kind of like the vibe that this reminds me of, especially this little line, because this lick is dope. I'm just gonna keep playing this lick. It's kind of addictive.
Let's not talk about it. Said you're gonna try, but you're barely there. Something ain't right. Said it's only one more night, I swear.
Anyway, that's what vibes out for me. Like the intro too long, weird, vocal recording and production ain't right. But those are things you can work on. Those are things you can hire for. You know, the easy stuff to fix. You got a cool voice. All right, let's move on. Guan featuring Queenie, the One Guan.
Let's go.
You know I got what you wanted. You see me flying it, baby. You say give me a piece of it. You say you got me, oh baby. I'll give you everything you need. I'll give you sexual healing. I'll give you security. But are you the one for me, baby? Yeah, are you the one for me, baby?
Let's go.
What are you gonna do when things get rough?
Get rough.
Are you strong enough to pick yourself up? Yeah, are you the one
Are you the one?
for me, baby?
Are you the one like Neo in the Matrix? I choose you like a draft, you're my only pick. We can chill, have dinner, watch Netflix. Make love all night, no latex. You got a perfect anatomy, soulmate qualities. Gotta work my way to your heart like an artery. I be like, damn, wanna be your man. You can take all my money like Uncle Sam. The love that we sharing is real, can you feel that? I'ma sail down your ocean like Sinbad. You give a breath of fresh air like Tic Tac. Hold you close to my heart, I know you like that. Tell me, how many licks does it take to get to the center? You're the only one, girl, there ain't no other. So let's relax, roll up a blunt. You always come first like rent for the month.
Dope, I like this. I think if you're doing like this style of music, which feels like Kanye West, like dated kind of sound, it's just kind of dated, you know, let's be real. If you're doing this style of music, you're really into it, this is like, you like hit the mark, like, what? Like, you hit that, like, bullseye, you're like, boop, right there. Yeah, it reminds me of, here, let me see what it reminds me of. Like, I can almost like hear the reference, American Boy or something like that, right? Like, yeah, okay, this is what it reminds me of, right?
This is #1 champion sound. Yeah, Estelle, we about to get down. Who the hottest in the world right now? Just touched down in London town. Bet they give me a pound. Tell them put the money in my hand right now. Set up a motor, we need more seats. We just sold out all the floor seats.
Take me on a trip, I'd like to go someday. Take me to New York, I'd love to see LA. I really want to come pick you with you. You'll be my American boy. He said, hey sister, it's really, really nice to meet you.
So here's the issue, man, is like this track came out in 2008. And when I hear that track, it sounds more modern than this track. And I think that's like, you know, that's a shame. Because I think what you guys are doing here is dope, but you have to like refresh it. You have to make it 2023. You know what I mean? Like, give us some more. Give us something, I don't know, you gotta dig a little bit.
I'll give you sexual healing, I'll give you security, but are you the one for me?
You know what I mean? Like it almost, like this almost feels older than that, you know? Almost feels like 2005 or something. So yeah, I want to hear this updated. You know, like the thing I really love about what Kanye's doing on this one is like, listen to this, like this raunchy synth that's having like that shit's super. I mean, maybe it's ahead of its time. I don't know what to tell you.
See LA, I really want to come pick you with you. You'll be my American boy.
Right, so we got to figure out ways to like make, if you're gonna like take the vibe from that, I get it, you know, NERD, Pharrell, that's what it feels like to me. You know, Kanye is ripping those people off, let's be real, like that wasn't original for Kanye, but I don't even know, like, even if Kanye produced that shit, but what I'm saying is like, it feels like NERD, it feels like Pharrell, it feels like other producers. Doesn't feel like a Kanye West beat, you know, 4 on the floor with a like that doesn't feel like Kanye West. But 2008, right? So we have to update that sound. Another thing I'm going to give you just a little feedback on this is the vocal is like really pinned out on a certain frequency that's really hard. It needs to be smoothed out on the female vocal.
One like Neo.
Right? Baby! Sorry if that fucked up your guys' ears, but like that frequency is so annoying, right? So you have to be really careful to smooth that out a little bit. Dynamic EQ, multiband compressor, just kind of smooth it out, you know? If you need to soft clip it a little bit, whatever you got to do, but that's not like that sound. Maybe it's the mic is like really exaggerating that note and that tone, but it's like right around that 1 to 3K area. And I would say it's like right around 1K, to be honest, but it's like really intense. Okay, there you go. Will I Am. Thanks, Drew. So there you go. That's like Will I Am, you know, and that whole idea, Black Eyed Peas kind of production sort of vibe on that, which makes sense. But yeah, we got to update this, man. It's cool. I like it. I think you guys did a good job. Overall, like the sonics of it are pretty good, you know? I wouldn't say that they're like way off or anything. You just have like that, for the sonics, you have that extra like 15-20% that you need to knock out. And then for the production, I would say you got more work to do. You got more work in like just really trying to listen to what's fresh and hot, and then like go beyond the curve, you know, go past it, you know, make it timeless, if you will. But great job. Like I'm not hating on that at all. That's definitely most quality of the night for sure. All right, All I Want to Do Is Dance by Shane Bennett, George Papakia. I'm not going to try to say that.
Wanna dance, wanna dance. All I ever wanna do is dance. All I ever wanna do is dance. When I lose to the groove, I just lose myself. All I ever wanna do is dance. All I ever wanna do is dance. Weekends come around again. I need to unwind. Roll on the good times, baby. I wanna dance through the night. It's been a hard week, baby. I'm so tired of the 9 to 5. I need to move these beats to funky tunes. You know what I'm saying? Now let's get things straight. I'm here for the party, yo. And that's right. I'm here to dance, period. You know.
I can't take this seriously. I'm sorry, but you know what I think is like fresh about this? Is that it feels like if Bowie was like really drunk. I'm here to dance, period. Like, oh, I'm fucking like, just David Bowie got really drunk, and you know, he's like 26 years old, and it's 2023, and he's like just getting into his music career. This is what David Bowie would sound like wasted when he just got into his music career at 26. But it's 2023. Rest in peace. What a legend. But, you know, like, that's what this reminds me of. I'll just make it fun, but at the end of the day, like, that's what I'm feeling on this one. I want to dance. Me too. Oh, y'all got to be made fun of, right? Like, people make fun of me all the time. Are you kidding me? Like, I'm online. I'm, like, doing content and shit. I'm like, hey guys, here's how you get your vocals all good. And people are like, oh, it's Dana Carvey. Oh, it's, you know, they got all sorts of names for me, right? Just because of long hair and glasses, they're like, yeah, make fun of that guy. It's like, all right, I'm cool with that. Y'all can make fun of me all you want. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? Like, I make fun of my own music all the time. I make fun of myself. It's okay, guys. Like, if you get on a song review and I'm reviewing your song and I make fun of it, like, you don't go home, or you're not at your home like going like, he made fun of me, what a jerk. It's okay. It's okay. If you believe in your music, you'll keep doing it. You'll keep making it better, and you'll keep, you know, figuring out what you like. And if you like it that way, then fuck me, right? But yeah, I can't take this one seriously. You kidding me? Shit's cracking me up. It's like a fucking like laugh track or something. I just want to dance. All right, then fucking dance. Go for it. Spiderweb, Ricky Tate.
My love is on thin ice, dangerously close to the edge. I can't believe a man like me could get in such a mess. At home is my lovely wife, unaware of the places I've been. I thought I had this perfect perfect life until you started spinning your web. Oh, there was something about you, like a spider web. Something forbidden, something that's hidden, something I shouldn't have. Oh, if I were a wild.
All right, so this one's like, it's got a cool vibe. It's like interesting. Here's what it reminds me of. I like showing like things that it reminds me of because it's hard to say, like talk about music. It's a lot easier to like show, right? Never went down to Georgia, just maybe find mine, you know.
The steel, he was in a bind. And if you care to take your bet, you're going to get gold. But if you lose, the devil gets your soul. Up his bow, and he pulled the bow.
All right, so like this is way faster, right? But like overall, the vibe of this reminds me of that sound, that kind of like classic, you know, got the brushes on the snare drum and shit, and the fiddle. Wouldn't even call it a violin.
Oh, if I were a wise man, I'd run as far and as fast as I can.
Right, so this is like an interesting thing about this is that for me is that the vocal is like completely not in the mix. Like everything sounds like it's like someone mixed the music and they were like, yeah, the music sounds great. We got this exactly where we want it. Okay. And then the vocalist is like, yeah, but what about me? It's like, yeah, you're cool. We're going to put you right on top. And it's like, just record your vocal on the top of it. And then the vocal got recorded and then they're like, yeah. And they just put it on top of it. Like nobody mixed this. It's not mixed. Like, I don't know how to show you guys like what a mix is. Just listen to records and listen to the differences, you know? But like this sounds like the vocal is like, ah, da, 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 da. And then like the music is like, like there's all this stuff going on, but it's not like wrapping around the vocalist. It's not supporting the vocalist. The vocalist is just kind of, here are the vocals and I'm doing my thing and my wife was mad at me. And, you know, it just feels detached from it.
As far and as fast as my lovely wife, unaware of.
All right, and then there's like pitch problems and there's timing problems and there's all that kind of stuff. But overall, this just needs a better mix and master. It needs the vocal to be in the mix. The music needs to come around and like come out of the speakers a little bit more and have more dimension. And yeah, you feel me? I don't know what else to say about that. Like that's just how I feel about this record. And the writing is just kind of like really heavy-footed, like lead-footed, you know? Hey, my guy came to a place and the place was a disgrace and we had some pie in our face. You know, I feel like that's clumsy writing, you know? Especially here, like, what are we saying here?
At home is my lovely wife, unaware of the places I've been.
At home is my lovely wife, and aware of the places I've been. That's not very interesting. What if I just said that in a sentence like, at home is my wife, at home is my lovely wife, unaware of the places I've been. It's just like such a boring phrase and boring sentence. Like you're having a conversation with someone. Even if you're telling a story, at home is my wife. You're at the bar and the guy comes up to you and is like, how are you? And you're like, hey, good. Yeah, man, just having a drink. And they're like, at home is my lovely wife, unaware of the places I've been. You're like, all right, you need to rewrite that one. You're going to get in trouble, buddy. I get to have fun on this, right? Like, that's okay, right? Like y'all aren't like, oh, I'm gonna take notes. Fuck, he's gonna give me the game. He's gonna produce my record for me right now, right here. He's gonna exec my album. No, man, like this is a live song review, and it's Sunday night. All right, so take it easy. Yeah, karaoke is a good way to put it. Very karaoke. How do we send a song for review? So you have to be on the mailing list. If you want to join the mailing list, you can send me an email at info@radium-media.com, and then I'll send you a ton of emails. And if you're someone that like is not trying to grow, not trying to learn, not trying to improve, not trying to get game, you're gonna complain about how many emails I send. It's just the way it is, right? And then I say, okay, cool, and I unsubscribe you or I delete your contact. It's not that big of a deal. But hey, any of you like that, like hit me with an email like, hey Brad, you send a lot of emails, you know, it's a little much. Like, don't, just save it, you know, save the bullshit, unsubscribe, delete me from your contacts. I don't care. All I'm trying to do is help people. So if you don't like it, fuck off. Like, we're all good. I don't need to be sending you emails if you don't want my emails. All right, that's just a little thing for any of you watching that are like, man, yeah, you do send a lot of emails. Man, you're really trying to help me. I don't like it. Like, I don't care. Like, nobody cares. Just block me. I don't give a shit. Let's move on to the next song. Yo, if this is the future of humanity, I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want to be a lunar lobster. I'm not trying to get any slobber. Hard skip. Wait for me. Nicole Orengo. She was funny, though. I mean, I don't know.
Can you just wait for me, baby? I'm racing to the finish line. Gratification is delayed, yeah. While we're still awake at night. You know, girl, I've been thinking maybe since you walked into my life. Can you just wait for me, baby? I just wanna get it right, girl.
Wow, I'm like not sure where this is going. First thing I'm gonna say is it's not like the volume level, like the mastering, the vocal. It's all weird and off to me, but I'm gonna keep listening because it's like interesting. It's intriguing to me. I don't know why it's intriguing me, but you guys let me know what you think. Also, hey, I want to get like a little, I want to get an opinion in the chat here before I keep going on this song. Who is here? And just raise your hand or say like me or right here, whatever. Who is here to really be in the music industry? Like you're like, that's my goal. I've been working at this a long time. That's what I want. I invest a lot of time. I invest a lot of money. That's my lifestyle I want. I want to be in the music business industry, releasing songs, getting publishing deals, working with bigger artists, putting out records. Like, who's here for that? I just want to get a vote. I want to know like who I'm actually talking to. Okay, so we got one me. Okay, we got two. Okay, so we got Cheyenne. I think that's how you say it. Marcus. And Just Josh. Let me see. Just Josh, okay. And then Scott. Okay, cool. Scott. Then Brian. Okay, cool. Bobby. David. What is this? Lev. Okay. Hand pink waving. Love it. I don't see those emojis, but I got it. I love that it explains it to me. Hand pink waving. Okay. Okay, 30 years me. Jim's like, motherfucker, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die if I don't get it. Come on, 30 years, bro. Let's go. Mr. Doom, Bobby. Okay. Yeah, so Cheyenne, it's first come, first serve. If you're part of the channel, I can skip the line for you, but it doesn't look like you're part of the channel, so you're just gonna have to be patient, you know? Just keep uploading. Upload every week. Join my mentoring group. You can get song review whenever you want. Been in it as a drummer for 30 years. Want to learn what I've been watching. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. Now okay, Sean, awesome. Okay, now who is here as just like a hobbyist and they're like, yo, I just love making music. I don't care if I make a living with it or not. I'm not really trying that hard. Don't really care much. I'm just like here to hang out and I like making music. You know what I mean? I'm just making music for me and my friends and my family. I just want to know like who I should be talking to more, if that makes sense. So got quite a bit of people that are like really trying to get into making records and, you know, doing this as an industry. But who's here just as like, I love music and I'm just fascinated by it and it's a hobby and I don't think I ever want to try to make it, you know, any money at it at all. Not a big deal to me. Because I want to know. All right, so nobody's willing to stand up for that so far. I'll wait a second. Okay, and then who is here because like, who is here like interested in getting their music into like sync licensing, movies, TV, film, commercials, you know, trailers, promos, licensing their music, right? Like who here is like really interested in that? Like they're like, I literally don't even care too much about building an artist brand and putting out records. I care more about like getting sync licenses and like going into that movie, TV, you know, music for TV, movies, all that stuff. Okay, so I see Stanford Felix. Okay, just Josh, cool. 2, 3, definitely Def. Okay. So, you know, like you know, quite just a couple people, a few people. Okay, it's of secondary importance. So for Marcus, it's more about, you know, making a brand, an artist brand, and releasing records is what I'm taking out of that. Okay. The song I sent has licensed to movies and TV shows, but mix needs work. So Bobby, if the song you sent has been licensed to movies and TV shows, why would the mix need work? What's your ultimate goal? That's what I want to know. Why not both? Yeah, well, that's why I asked. I asked the question. You can say yes, that as well. Okay, Scott, cool. Okay, produce product that is pro all aspect of the industry. So just everything. You want to do everything. Okay, I have an artist brand, but think some of the songs would work in films. Okay, cool. Just trying to get a pulse, y'all. I want to know like who's showing up because here's the thing. There's 22 people on here right now. I send this email out to about 15,000 people, just so you guys know. So I want you all right here, like while you're on this live right now with me, so I can actually talk to you and we can, you know, have a conversation. And I wish I can bring you into video. That would be super dope. They should do that and be able to do that. But what I want you guys to understand is that out of 15,000, almost 16,000 people that were sent an email, they were like, hey, I want to review your music. Okay. I want to get you on a live. I want to review your music, give you feedback and help you out with your music. I'm a platinum winning producer, engineer, Grammy nominated, Oscar, Emmy, Academy Award nominated work I've done, Telly Award winning on commercial music, done millions of dollars in sync licensing for commercials. I've scored full series on Amazon, on Netflix, on, you know, HBO. I've done stuff for HBO. I've done stuff for everything, right? I've worked with UMG, Sony, Warner, all the biggest labels, right? And I'm here going, hey, here's my free time. Like, this is my time in my studio. And I'm going, hey, I want to go live with you guys and I want to help you and share my advice with you on your music. And sure, like I skip some songs because I'm like, you're so far off that why would I give you feedback, right? Like, you need to go watch some YouTube tutorials, basically. But for you that are on here right now, there's 24 people here, right? Out of 15,000 people that were sent an email to come to a place where they can get free advice from somebody that I've been doing this for over, like I've been making music for 25 years, but I've been making a living with music for over 15 years. So to be able to like come here and help you guys and try to help and share you know, what I've done and like just help you guys. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm not trying to do anything else. Just sitting here on my Sunday night while my wife is having a margarita with her friend in the other room, like helping you guys. That's it. 23 now. 23 people show up to this right here. And I don't even know if all 23 of you even uploaded a song, right? But 23 people out of 15,000 plus. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of hope in what you're trying to do, because you're not competing with a lot of people. And I think a lot of you that are on this stream right now, I think a lot of you think that you're competing against all these millions and billions of people, right? It's just simply not true, okay? So if you continue to hone in on your craft and you continue to make really dope music and you continue to hire and share and learn and take in the feedback and like really, really try, like go into it, get obsessive about it, you have a real shot at making money, paying your bills, whatever you're trying to do with your music, reach more people, build a fan base, get your music in TV shows, sync license it in commercials, whatever you're trying to do. You have a really, really good shot. Okay? You're part of a percentile that is so small. Very, very small. So will you actually do it? Or will you just show up, get some advice, not take it, not do anything about it? Like, what are you going to do? What are your options here, right? Oh, I've been doing it on my own and I haven't gotten any results. I've hired a couple people and they sucked. You know? Yeah, you paid someone $250 to mix your song. Like, what were you expecting? Right? So let's really get real with what you're doing here and why you're here and why you show up to these live song reviews. Why do you show up? Why do you read the emails? Why do you want to be even taking any of my advice, right? Like, it's very, very important that you guys understand that this business and what you're trying to do is very difficult, okay? It's damn near impossible for a lot of people just because they'll never have the skills to do it. They'll never have the confidence to put themselves out there. They never will fail enough, right? They'll never put themselves out there enough to fail, to be like, people go, oh, that sucks, right? They'll never do another song because someone said it sucked. Like, oh, you suck at this. Okay, I'm never going to try again. But if you really put that into perspective, those people don't even care about you. They don't give a shit. Right? They just feel bad that you're trying something that they never tried. That's the truth. That's how it goes. And you know, like I'm with my friend today, like I was just hanging out with my friend at his studio. He's got his studio and the gear he's got in his studio. It's like literally hundreds of thousands of dollars in gear. Like, I don't know, we probably hit like $1 million mark in that studio. And I'm sitting there going, man, you got all this stuff and all this knowledge and all this skill set. Like, it's incredible. But the thing is, like, when you talk to him and when you talk to me, we're just obsessed with making things sound great. Like, we just really love, like, doing what we do. We love how we do it and why we do it, right? It's not what we do a lot of the times that we love. It's how we do it. It's why we do it. It's what we're doing in, like, the way that we do it and the skills and how we make things sound better, right? And I'm telling him, like, I work with artists that, you know, are just starting out. And he's like, me too. I'm like, yeah, because I like helping people. And he's like, yeah, same. You know? And it gives people a shot, right? So that's why I do these live song reviews. That's why I send out emails. That's why I take on independent artists. I don't have to do any of that. You guys don't have to be here on a Sunday night. You don't have to be listening to anybody else's music. You don't have to be doing anything. You don't need to show up to any of this. But the reason you do is because you're 24 people out of over 15,000 plus, because there's also a bunch of subscribers on the YouTube channel. We just broke 14,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. You know, I have easily over 100,000 people on all my social media platforms, and 24 people are here right now. So just take that and pat yourself on the back and be like, yeah, I need to keep showing up. And, you know, like, I am different and I am standing out. And it's okay. You are better than the other people. It's fine. Say that. Like, what's wrong with that? You're like, oh, but I'm not better than anybody. I'm humble. I need to be humble. Don't be humble. Be like, fuck yeah. I'm going to outdo them. I'm going to outwork them. I'm going to outshow up. I'm going to keep making dope music. I'm going to make shitty music. I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to get feedback. I'm going to grow. I'm going to improve. and I'm going to try harder, and I'm going to go more, and I'm going to do more. I'm going to take more action, you know? And I'm going to be okay with people telling me that my shit sucks. That's it. That's all I want to say to you guys. And I got to get out of here, but I really do appreciate you all, okay? I don't take any of this lightly, okay? I'm very, very grateful for every single person that shows up to these streams, that replies to the emails and says, hey, man, thank you. Thanks for sharing your story with me. I don't have to share my story with anybody. I could sit here, make sync licensing records, mix and master, produce, put out my own records, get publishing deals, do all sorts of stuff. I could be fine. I'll be fine no matter what. But are you going to be fine? Are you going to get to that next level? Are you going to actually take that next thing? Are you going to take the advice? Are you going to show up? Are you going to invest more? Are you going to try harder? Or are you just going to keep like, oh yeah, that's dope, man, sick, all right, dope, I showed up, that was dope. You know? Like, are you not going to show up? Are you going to complain about too many emails? What are you going to do? Because, like, I'm going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine over here. But, you know, take the help. Like, if someone's offering you the help, take it. Share the show, motherfuckers. I love y'all. Thanks for showing up, seriously. And I'll see you next week.